If you watch Pursuit Channel at all, you've probably seen this hunt on the Hitman. So I apologize right now because it's going to be a repeat for you. But this is my Maine Black Bear hunt. This is an animal that I can't believe how much I've fallen in love with hunting, but I truly have. Their meat is absolutely top of the list as far as I'm concerned. I know a lot of people don't like it, but it's my favorite meat of anything I've tried so far. And I think they're the most beautiful animal that's walked the earth. I have so much respect for a black bear. It's crazy. So I know this hunt's going to be a little bit longer than people like. I know they like the shorter videos because it keeps their attention a little bit better. But this is my 8-year quest to kill a Maine black bear.
We are headed north in Aroostook County to hunt a black bear. Jeffrey's gonna hunt first and try to get his first black bear. This is the trip that's gonna happen. We're here. Where is everybody? Hello. Hello.
More weather to go to the beach than it is to go hunting, isn't it?
Yeah. How you doing?
How you doing, Jeff?
Good to see you.
Good, you too?
So we roll into Harold's house. He's already out loading up some bait. He's got 3 sites he wants us to go check out. We got to hang a couple extra cameraman stands up there, but we're going to go out, check those baits, see what one we want to hunt for that night.
We'll just go, the cameras are all out there, so I want to go check the cameras, and maybe that could give us a good, you know, clue of where to start tonight.
Yeah.
Fit right there. Golden. We're off to the movies. Figure out how to use this here.
Oh, it took me a while.
Couple times.
You gotta hold the power down. It'll come off, but you have to keep holding it until it comes off.
You old guys and your technology.
That's true.
Technology.
So this is like my 8th year going up to H&R Guide Service, and as of now, I've only been able to take a couple days here and there to go up, but this year, instead of asking Blaine for permission to go hunt, I just left. All right, we're finally at camp. We just went and set up 3 stands for tonight. So we're gonna hit the first one we went to, and then if that fails, tomorrow we're gonna move on to another stand, but we're gonna shoot some of these Black Eagle arrows and make sure we're still on and get ready for tonight. So over the past years, I've had awesome luck up there with these guys. I've seen a pile of bears, but I just can't seem to close the deal. I always call myself the bear antiperspirant. Blaine's the bear whisperer, I'm the antiperspirant. 2 years ago, I was up there and I had a giant bear walk in, but I just wasn't comfortable. My dad was running camera, he wasn't used to running camera, and I didn't know what he could see and what he couldn't see, so I decided not to take the shot, but it was an absolute giant bear. 2 days after that, I saw 3 bears in one night. Came to full draw on a nice, probably right around 200-pound bear. He came to the barrel, I came to full draw, and he just kept on walking and never gave me a shot. So after we go out and we set up the stands, we decide that the first bait site we went to is the one that we want to try that night. We shot the bows, everything's still dialed in, it was time to go out for night 1.
We just had a thunderstorm and a little bit of rain move through. So it's about 3:30, 3:45. We got at least 3.5 hours till dark, and the camera wasn't working at this bait, but it's getting hit hard. We just don't know when or what kind of bears are coming in. But first night of the year in the stand, I'm super excited. Got Dad behind the camera. We're really pumped for the year, so we're gonna sit down, tuck in, get the Black Eagle knocked up, and wait for a big bear.
So Dad and I get up in the stand, we're not in there for very long at all, and here comes the first bear. As this bear's walking in, it would step out from behind a tree and I'd think, oh, it's a big bear. And then he'd step out from behind another tree and I was like, oh, it's a small bear. Ended up being a probably 80-pound bear. We watched it for a little bit, but it looked right up at us, knew something was up, and took off running. So that was pretty typical on how my bear luck goes. It's on to night 2. We're headed to a stand that Harold's been sending me pictures of multiple bears and big bears in daylight, and I was jacked up to get into this stand.
It's night number 2. We're in a stand that I have been dying to get into. We got 3 to 5 shooter bears coming into this bait, and the wind's swirling a little bit, but we're super excited. We got the dead downwind sprayed on. With any luck, one of the shooter bears is gonna come in tonight and I'll finally kill my first black bear ever. So, wish me luck.
We're not in there for probably an hour. I look away from the bait site, I look back, and there's a bear standing right there. So as a hunter, you pretty much always know when you screwed up. I screwed up on this shot. I completely rushed it. Like I said earlier, I had opportunities in the past at bears walking and never took a shot. So this time I wanted to take advantage of every chance that I had, and I flat out rushed myself.
Was it low? I don't really know what to say. Wow.
Did you feel good about it?
I felt good about it. It looked good. It just might have been a little low.
So what I thought was actually his back leg turned out to be his front leg after watching the footage, and I shot way too far forward and way too low. We waited for Harold and Logan to get there. We looked a little bit. We ended up finding my Black Eagle arrow about 8 feet in the tree, 20 yards behind the bait, and there wasn't anything on it, just a little bit of hair on the broadhead, and that was pretty much it. So the next day before I went out, just wanted to fling a few more arrows, make sure that it was absolutely my fault. Turns out it was absolutely my fault. So I got my confidence back with the bow. We're headed right back to the same stand.
I'm back in the same stand as my mishap yesterday. We came in here just to check on things earlier today and actually spooked a bear off the bait. At like noon, we put the barrel back up, and when we came back again this afternoon, it was knocked over again, so the bears are close. If that small one comes in tonight, I'm probably gonna take him. It's been almost 10 years that I've been trying to kill my first black bear here in Maine, and have been unsuccessful due to bad shots like last night on my part. I don't have an excuse for last night. That was just rushed, bad shot. Or, you know, I had situations where bears would walk. I would draw them and not shoot them and then never see them again. So I think I rushed myself a little bit last night. I was embarrassed from the shot, disappointed in myself. You come up here trying to make a show for somebody and you botch a shot, and it weighs on you, and I wasn't happy yesterday. So if I can film myself shoot a nice black bear, it's gonna be an absolute trophy, no matter if it's 100 pounds or 500 pounds. I don't really care. I'm not completely expecting to see a bear, but you never know. I've seen crazier things, so I'm gonna sit back. It's about 3 o'clock, and sit back, relax, and hope for the best.
I'm not sitting there with super high hopes, because I knew that bear I shot at was with another bear, and they both ran off when I shot. So I wasn't sitting there thinking that I'd really see much, but I was still having an absolute blast, and it was a gorgeous day. I said, you know what, I gotta get my mind off everything from the night before. Reached in my pocket, got my cell phone out, just figured I'd jump on Facebook to just kind of clear my mind a little bit, and I hear huff off to my right.
That was the smaller of the bears that came in last night. But I do not care. That is my first black bear. I have been trying since I've been 18 years old to kill that bear. To kill a bear. Bowjacks, black eagle arrows, Q80 Ultra Rest, and the Exodus brought in. Zipped through them. That bear went 40 yards. Dead. And I just shot my first bear. And I don't believe it. 2 camera angles. My first ever self-film hunt. I know everybody's at home saying he's a pretty small bear. He is a pretty small bear. He's by no means a monster. But I could care less what anybody at home says because the bow is in my hand. It's my trophy, not yours. Yes! Harold Sear, Ron Pickard, H&R Guide Service. You guys need to check these guys out. 3 nights in a row. I have seen shooter bears. I just can't believe it. I gotta get Harold on the phone and tell him I got a bear down.
We did it.
Come on down.
Wasn't even fun. It wasn't very fun.
There he is. Here's your bear. First black bear.
All right, I finally did it. We've been coming up here since I was 18 years old.
Yeah, it's been a few years.
Yeah, and I just can't thank you enough, Harold. This bear, by no means is the biggest bear you can get in the state of Maine, but today I was out to get the bear off my back, so to speak, and it finally happened, and I can't even be more thankful to everybody. Ron, Cheryl, all you guys are you're awesome. It's so much fun to come up here with H&R Guide Service and see a pile of bears. 3 nights in a row we've seen bears in broad daylight. You can't get much better than that in this state. So if you guys are, if you're looking for a hunt in the state of Maine that's really good priced, really tight family run company, check these guys out. You'll be happy.
Well, congratulations, Jeff.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
It's a heck of a good shot, and unfortunately, you know, it's not a big bear, but you got to break the ice sometimes.
Exactly. Yeah.
And this is definitely a good, respectable Maine black bear.
Yeah.
You know, the average weight for a Maine black bear is right around 140 pounds anyway. You know, so no, this is definitely a good first bear, and now you got something to work on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Next year we'll get a bigger one.
Get the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jeff's been here part-time, full-time, and he's learned a lot of stuff. The number one thing he learned is do not leave the field without showing the outdoor edge knife.
Something I've been waiting to do for a long time for Harold is we got an outdoor edge knife, swing blaze, and I've had this in my pack for 3 years, waiting to shoot a bear up here with him so I could give it to him. It's an awesome knife. It's got a little Hitman logo right there, and you just press this button on the side here, flips open.
Wow.
You got your gut hook, flip it back around, and you got your skinning blade.
Nice.
So we're about to put that to work, that's for sure.
Yes, we'll definitely bless it today.
Yes. So that is yours, sir.
Well, all right. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
This was probably one of the most surreal things that ever happened to me. I have filmed probably 20 bears get shot. I have seen a lot of bears and never made it happen. And for it all to come together in that moment was one of the most special, overwhelming, exciting, just one of the coolest things that I've ever had happen to me in the woods. Like we said, it's not the biggest bear in the world, but I don't care. It was an absolute trophy to me. The whole hunt was an absolute blast. Being up there with my dad, being up there with Harold and Ron and their families, it was just an absolute awesome, awesome time. Their property that they hunt is some of the prettiest land I've ever been on. Huge, giant rolling hills, farmland, little fingers of timber. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous place.